So P. Diddy is apparently reacting to everything going on with what Jay-Z and his stance is. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. So Marsa.com are putting out an article as of yesterday stating that Diddy is in panic mode as Jay-Z prepares an all-out offensive to clear his name. But something tells me that I don't think P. Diddy is panicking. I think that this is something to get us thinking that P. Diddy is panicking, but I don't think that he is. I feel like P. Diddy overall is probably happy that Jay-Z and Busby are having issues, because it definitely will affect Busby versus Diddy. If Jay-Z wins against Busby, it clears a lot of stuff for Diddy just by the power of the course. Whether if Jay-Z is doing it for Diddy or not is one question. I firmly believe Jay-Z is doing everything only for himself and his family, and that is it, nobody else. So, you know, Diddy probably is very upset over the fact that Jay-Z's neglected him, but I also feel like he's not surprised by it, given the nature of what Diddy is facing and what Jay-Z has to lose. Diddy probably understands that this is the industry and this is how things are meant to go. But I don't think that he would be panicking over Jay-Z doing all of this, because at the end of the day, Diddy is happy that Busby has more enemies and more powerful enemies. Jay-Z is one of the, if not the wealthiest musician on this planet, with a net worth of over 2 billion. That man has a lot of resources and power and connections. So if that person has been added to the roster against your enemy, by nature, by default, you're going to feel happy. You're going to feel content. You're going to feel, okay, I'm not the only one fighting this man. They're coming for Busby's credibility in all of these lawsuits. That definitely helps me, because I'm also facing Busby. So, you know, whilst there are reports saying that Diddy is panicking, I just don't see any substance to support that. I don't think P. Diddy would panic. I feel like P. Diddy is too busy creating a network of people in prison, understanding that this is going to be his life for the next 5 to 6 months. If this man can violate BOP rules, collect cellmates, SIM cards from 8 other inmates in a matter of weeks, there's no telling what this man can do in the next 5-6 months. I wouldn't be surprised if there were reports saying that he was building tunnels, if he built a whole network, a whole hierarchy, people fighting to make his bed. He's probably having the time of his life, because that man knows how to adapt to his environments. That's how he's survived for so long. I don't think he would be upset or panicking over Jay-Z. I think it's too soon to do all that. Now, if Jay-Z snitches on Diddy for some kind of deal, then there would be some frustration and anger and panic. But I don't think we're at that stage right now where Diddy will be panicking over Jay-Z's words. At the end of the day, Busby has more enemies now, common enemies, that Diddy needs. He needs people on his side against Busby. He's got that. It's guaranteed. They've damaged Busby's credibility. So that's all Diddy needs to help him in that way. So these panic reports, I'm just not buying into it personally, and that's just my personal opinion. It looks like Diddy has been sued once again, and so we're going to get into this new lawsuit, but this isn't actually by an alleged victim. This seems to be by somebody who used to work for Diddy. So, you know, it's very odd. Diddy made one of his lackeys, I don't know what that is, one of his workers set up hotel rooms for intense romps called Wild King Nights, complete with drugs, alcohol and toys, at least according to a new lawsuit. The Bad Boy Records founder is being sued for SA, for battery and more by a man named Philip Pines, who claims he worked for Diddy from 2019 to 2021 and says some of his job's duties involved Diddy's alleged habits. In the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Pines claims he has set up hotel rooms Diddy used for orgies and drug binges, and then clean up and try to leave no trace afterwards. Pines claims Diddy would instruct him to repair the room with red lights, ice buckets, alcohol, marijuana, honey packs for male libido, baby oil, Astroglide, towels, illegal stuff, and power banger sex machines. That is like, that's a lot. Okay. He said Diddy referred to these alleged nights as Wild King Nights and claims they sometimes lasted for days with multiple women involved. In his suit, Pine says Daddy also made him clean up. Daddy, God forbid. In his suit, Pine says Diddy also made him clean up the mess too, removing any evidence of condoms, toys, drugs, plus cleaning up stains on bodily fluids, blood and urine. Not blood and urine. What kind of nonsense are you doing? Pine says he would often leave a big tip upon checkout to appease the house cleaning staff at a hotel in an effort to make sure none of the damage was reported. In the suit, Pine says Diddy would test his loyalty by forcing him to be intimate with women whilst Diddy watched, and he says Diddy treated him like an animal playing fetch in order to prove his loyalty. Pine says Diddy made him work in close proximity to him when Diddy was infected with COVID in 2020, and he says Diddy even had him go to Turks and Caicos for Diddy's birthday party, which included celeb guests. He claims one of Diddy's famous partygoers became infected with COVID after the bash, and the celeb asked Pines if anyone at the party had COVID, but he says he was instructed to remain silent. Pines is now going after Diddy for damages. So this is a official lawsuit that has come Diddy's way, and of course Diddy has responded saying that, you know, all of this is baseless. Of course his lawyers are basically putting out the same statement for each of these lawsuits that come his way every 2 to 3 days. So this was an alleged worker for Diddy, people who was part of the network that were organizing a lot of these scenarios. And I do feel like somebody like Pines is probably trying to save his own face. Yeah, I'm sure Diddy manipulated him and made him do things that he shouldn't have done. But also, nobody asked you to leave a big tip for these people. Nobody asked you to help clean up the hotel rooms. Nobody asked you to go to the sex shop, which is probably where he was going, to buy the toys. The multiple dildo big machine toys for Diddy and all of this stuff, you know? So you were helping to create that environment, and now suddenly you want to try to throw Diddy under the bus to save your face. I'm just not buying it. I'm so sorry. Call me lack of, you know, empathetic in this video, but I do feel like people like this, and what's the other girl's name? That devil, Christina Korim, that one who said that she can easily help sell somebody and was stuffing stuff into somebody's V, her also was helping to create that environment. So if Christina Korim was out here threatening people, alleged victims in lawsuits, why wouldn't Mr. Pines be doing the same thing? Do you guys know where I'm going with this? I just feel like you really thought Pines was out here being nice and kind to everybody, like he wasn't probably being rude to these alleged victims and putting them in uncomfortable scenarios and positions and etc. because somebody, his boss, was telling him what to do when you're a grown man. I don't know. This person isn't saying that, well, he basically is saying that he was forced to do things under Diddy's guise, but I just feel like there's more to the story with people like this, and we need to use our discernment. And I just feel like he's trying to save his own face by coming for Diddy, because he feels like other people are also not coming for Diddy. They're getting stuff, and he feels that he deserves financial compensation as well. As far as I'm concerned, you are helping to create these nasty, abusive environments, just like Christina Korim. So I don't understand. Are you doing all this so that you don't go down on the RICO charge? I would really like to know, because I'm not buying any of it. I'm so sorry. None of this is making any sense to me. And that devil, Christina Korim, she needs to be fined and caught like the rat on a highway, which is probably where she is right now, running for her life. That woman, how she's not been indicted right now, I don't understand, but she's not innocent. You can run, babes, you can run, but you can't hide. Do you understand? We're still onto you. We haven't forgotten you. The lawsuit that we read where included you, and the things that you were doing to that woman for Diddy's help was one of the darkest, nastiest lawsuits. I remember where I was in Rome, Italy, when that lawsuit dropped, and I had to get it out to you guys ASAP. That was diabolical. It was disgusting. I'm never going to forget that lawsuit, because that was awful. And the fact that you would say there confidently that you're able to sell this alleged victim to other buyers. What buyers? What network? Who do you know? That's probably worse than Diddy. Why hasn't she been arrested and questioned after that lawsuit came out? I don't understand. Because she definitely has a lot more information and probably works with a lot more high executives, where you can easily sell people to these high executives. That rat needs to be caught immediately. Do you understand? I don't know why everybody's forgetting about her, why she's getting a pass. Hopefully she gets subpoenaed, indicted or something when the trial begins, because you can run but you can't hide, babes. Maybe she'll be there in Indonesia with Russell Simmons or something. I'm surprised she hasn't made a getaway anyways, but I just feel like since that lawsuit came out a couple of months ago, there's just been no conversation on her, and nobody's covering her tracks as to where she is. She probably thinks everybody's forgotten about her, but over here, beloved, we have not forgotten about you. I feel like this Chris Pines guy who coming... not Chris Pines. Is that not an actor? I'm actually screaming. What is this guy's name again? Something Mr. Pines. I don't know, man. I'm just tired of these people. They're just really annoying. Well, his name is Pines. We're just going to go with Pines. Philip Pines. There we go. In my opinion, you've just kind of exposed yourself as somebody who's part of Diddy's network. That's just the way I see it. You're part of the RICO list. That's just the way I see it. We're not buying into your lawsuit. I'm definitely not. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this. Do subscribe, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It is daily and consistent content on this channel. Send a super thanks. They go a long way. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.